Good afternoon and welcome to Sports Talk right here on the family station. Love 101 FM. Yes, people, I am here. Yeah, I didn't know in the week if I was gonna make it for Sports Talk. If you know, you know, I've been out of office for nearly the entire week this week because I've been ill. But I'm here, thanks be to the Lord, and I'm here to talk about something that I love so much, which is sports. So thank you so much for tuning into Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. My name is Kathya Davis, and I'm your host. You guys know that I always come with the excitement, and today is no different. First of all, right? Because the Jamaica Women's Premier League begins today. Yes, that today, as in later today, and we're gonna be giving you the schedule for that. Then we're still gonna be talking about what's happening with the Jamaica Premier League. Then Kareem just bad me up because Kareem said you have to talk about the stadium track. You have to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about what's going on. What in the world is going on as it relates to the stadium track, and yeah, why decide to resurface now, and what does that mean for certain championships? Of course, the Charity Games that had to be moved, obviously, to GC Foster. So that's actually happening now. Charity Games started yesterday and it ends tomorrow, happening at the GC Foster College. And coming up this week, or in next week rather, we will be having the corporate area champs. That is set to take place at Jamaica College. And the next question that is on everybody's mind, or maybe on the tip of everybody's tongue, is Messi coming to Jamaica?
You better.
I'm gonna say wait and see. What? I'm gonna say, oh, I'm gonna say wait and see, wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. Thanks, Kareem. I'm gonna say wait and see. We're playing the wait and see game regarding Messi, but by all indication, he should be, and by all indication, so far, um, um, by all indications so far, yeah, the things are looking as if it's shaping up in place. Of course, we know Inter Miami is coming to Jamaica. There's no doubt about that, because they did beat Sporting FC and they are in the round of 16 and they will face Cavalier. But I know persons are not always well, not even though many persons want to see Messi, there's also Luis Suarez. You know, people are interested in seeing Suarez, and I think somebody else does play from Inter Miami. His name slips me now, but yeah, right. And then later down in the show, we'll be talking about polo. How much of us know that Jamaica has a polo team? Yes, and there's a polo competition coming up, Jamaica versus the USA, and that's going to be taking place next weekend. So we're actually going to be talking some polo later down in the show. And you know how the American football season just ended with the Philadelphia Eagles winning? Right. We're going to be talking about a initiative a little later down in the show also, about a initiative that is going to introduce American football to students in Jamaica. And that is very, very exciting as far as, you know, I'm concerned. When we introduce the new sports, I'm always so excited when that happens. So, yeah. Let me see. Juliet says, Juliet says, yes, Gibson relays. And of course, if you guys are listening, I would have been at the Gibson relays last weekend. And definitely Gibson relays was very exciting. And of course, I know a lot of people were excited to see Calabar out in their numbers and looking good so far. But this is just a reminder that remember that Gips relays are just relays. And yes, Calabar looks as if they will be up. I mean, I really think that boys' chance this year will really come down to which team is a little bit more organized. So that's between JC, KC, and Calabar. So let's see. We'll see what it's gonna be an interesting time, and of course, we will see. Right, of course, Um, we will see more. So we will talk about how good each team looks after next weekend, because this weekend at corporate area champs is really the last chance, I would say, for some of these athletes, or will be one of the last chances that some of these athletes get to qualify for champs itself. So yeah, yeah, right. But yeah, so we're gonna start, of course, as usual, with football. Did I say character games earlier? I certainly meant the Jamaica character trials. Now the character games are scheduled to happen in Trinidad and Tobago, which is quite interesting. I think it's been a while since we've been to Carifta in Trinidad, if my memory serves me right. So the Carifta Games will come up Easter weekend, but it will be in Trinidad. But what we're seeing now is the Carifta trials, and I'll tell you about some of those top performances that we saw yesterday from the trials, as we had the 100-meter finals yesterday at the Carifta trials. But as usual on the show, we try to cram in. Let me not say cram in. But we try to start with some football, right? So we know this is just a recap of week 27 in the English Premier League, and I'm going to go through the results very quickly. This, of course, week 27 was spanned between the 25th of February and the 27th of February, right? And today's March 1st, right? So Brighton, they defeated Bournemouth 2-1. Crystal Palace, they defeated Aston Villa 2-1. Fulham, they were 2-1 winners over Wolves. Chelsea were 4-love winners over Southampton. Brentford and Everton, they played to a 1-1 draw. Manchester United, they defeated Ipswich 3-2. Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, they played to a 0-0 draw. Manchester City, they were 1-love winners over Spurs. Liverpool, 2-love winners over Newcastle, and West Ham, they were 2-love winners over Leicester City. So let's see now in terms of where are we in the table as relates to the English Premier League. Of course, no Premier League football this weekend, as the FA Cup is on this weekend. So, which is why I'm not talking about any other games, just in case you were wondering why I'm not talking about any Premier League, English Premier League per se. And that's because, yeah, that's happening. FA Cup is happening. So Liverpool, they're still atop the standings on 67 points. I think we can call it one more game and we'll call it officially, right? Arsenal, they're in second on 54 points. Nottingham Forest, they're in third on 48 points. Manchester City, they're in fourth on 47 points. Chelsea just a point behind on 46 points. Newcastle, 44 points. And so let me see again. Let me see if my math works now. Right. So between third place and 10th place in the English Premier League are separated by 6 points. And so it will be at they're playing for, I mean, as it relates to European football, they're really playing for the top 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams playing for 2 spots. Crazy. All right, let's see what's going on in the relegation zone. I think somehow the relegation zone is sorting out itself. Ipswich, they're in 18th place on 17 points. Leicester, they're in 19th place on 17 points. And Southampton, we do know that they are going down. Yeah, the fat lady has written the second verse in Southampton's song. So that's really where we are in the English Premier League. Let's talk about some Jamaica Premier League. Of course, we will be having a little disruption. I wouldn't even call it, I guess, good disruption in the Jamaica Premier League. Ash Wednesday is coming, so I think that will affect some games that will be played. And of course, because Cavalier will be playing in the CONCACAF round of 16, they definitely won't be playing any games until maybe the third week in March before we see Cavalier back in the Jamaica Premier League. So that is that would be interesting. But there was a very interesting game this week. Montego Bay. Was it Arnett Gardens? I didn't watch a doubleheader this week. I don't remember. I believe it was Monday Night Football. Yes, because Monday Night Football was played. Um, Monday Night Football this week was played in Montego Bay. It was Montego Bay United versus Mount Pleasant, and that game, I mean, the stands in Montego Bay so were very full. It was, as a matter of fact, the grandstand at the Montego Bay Sports Complex was full till they had to open the bleachers section. And if you know, Mobay, big crowd for big crowd for Mobay, but Mount Pleasant has a fantastic following as well. And that game, I believe, ended 1-1. That was a very good game. So yeah, so it's very, I'm just like, when I saw that, I'm like, that's what we want to see at all the Jamaica Premier League games. The support, the teams coming out, the supporters coming out to support their team. Just very fantastic. Also, in football, before we get, because we'll come back from a break, we're going to be talking about the Jamaica Women's Premier League and, throwing a bit of track and field there. But the Orega girls, they played Peru. So we would have played Peru Saturday afternoon. They would have won that match, first match 2-love, and then won the second match 3-2. So now, having won 2 games against South Africa, 2 games against Peru in Peru, that's what, 4 games on the trot now for the Reggae girls. And there were so many positives, so many in terms of the young players shining. We saw a lot of the young players getting opportunities, a lot of them shining. So it was just good to see that, and we just want to say kudos to Coach Busby, Coach Xavier Gilbert, and all the other support staff for the Reggae girls. And we're hoping that as the Jamaica Women's Premier League builds, that we'll see more of our local players featured in the Reggae Girl squad. We're going to go for our first break right here on Sports Talk. But you want to stay tuned because, as I said, a very interesting show lined up for you today. We'll be right back.
Government pensioners, the Accountant General's Department's mobile life certificate life starts on February 27th at Shamanic Parish Library, February 28th at St. Anne Parish Library, March 1, St. Catherine Parish Library in Spanish Town, March 3, Moran Villa, St. Thomas.
Hello.
Kathya.
Hey.
So, we're the 1:30 that we had confirmed.
Uh-huh.
We're at studio.
Oh, you're here at my studio?
We are here at your studio.
Okay, all right, no problem. The security will, because you can just come up in the next break.
I think so, right?
Or if you, right.
Yeah. So we did. Yeah, we wanted the picture in the studio, so we don't want to do it
Right. So you can come up in.
Just walk up to the door.
Yeah, man. Just come up. Just ask the security to just bring you up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my baby, but I'm going on the outside.
Okay, sure, no problem. Uh-huh. Hey, Christy. Angelique, and there's a gentleman with her. They're here for an interview. You can just bring them up when they come here.
Okay.
They should already be here. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Into the hearts and minds of gospel music fighters. Discover their passion, challenges, and triumphs, and get ready to be inspired. This is Pastor Junior talking. Join me inside Center Stage with Nigel Wilkinson on Saturday, March 1st at 10 p.m. on the family station Love 101. Center Stage every first and the third Saturday evening at 10 o'clock inside the Gospel Music Machine with me, Nigel Wilkinson, on the family station Love 101. This is a special announcement from Love 101 and Love Television. Our general office is closed to the public on Ash Wednesday, March 5, and will be open on Thursday, March 6 at 8:30 a.m. Programs and commercials for Wednesday, March 5 and Thursday, March 6 should be submitted by 1 p.m. on Tuesday, March 4, and obituaries and notices by 1:30 p.m. on the same day to ensure scheduling for broadcast. Love 101 and Love TV wish for you and yours a peaceful, prayerful, and productive Ash Wednesday.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. And of course, before we went to the break, I was speaking about the Jamaica Women's Premier League that's going to be starting today. And of course, I'm gonna go through and tell you what the fixtures will look like and the venues for the game. So yeah, so let's get into that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that. Okay, great. Right. So kicks off today, as I said. Fraser's Whip FC, they are the defending champions in the Jamaica Women's Premier League. They kick off their game is today at 3:30 at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, and they'll be playing UE Women's FC. And then the second game in that doubleheader is Cavalier. That's Cavalier Women, just in case you're wondering, right? They will play Arctic Gardens Women at 5:30. Railmo Bay, they will play Malgully FC 3:30 at Jarrett Park. Wi-Fi United, they will play Proven Girls at Carter Park, Portland at 1:30 and 5 and at 3:30 at the Prison Oval, we will see Federal United versus Los Perfectos, which is right. So as you can see, games are all over as it relates to the female teams. It's 11 teams, I believe, in the league. And of course, if you listened to last week's interview, I did interview Mrs. Christina Hudson, which is the chairperson for the Jamaica Women's Premier League, the professional limited. So right. So yeah, and of course we'll keep you updated as it relates to the results. And in the coming weeks, we will be talking to some of the players in the Jamaica Women's Premier League. All right. So skipping over quickly now to track and field. So the Carifta trials are on this weekend. As I said, it started yesterday, will end tomorrow at the GC Foster College. But I think the biggest topic that has come up over this past week and weeks ago is the stadium track. Why is it being resurfaced now? Why wasn't this done a long time ago? And there's just so many things. Now, um, I, to be honest, I'm like, if you remember what had happened at Champs last year, so I don't know if many of you remember, but last year on day 3 or day 4, that day was delayed by about 2 hours because there was some issues at the 200 meters at the stadium track. For some reason, the blocks weren't laying on the track properly, and they had to come and do remedial work at the starting area for the 200 meters. Then, and if you've been to the stadium recently, you would realize that the track kind of looks a little pitchy patchy. Some areas kind of looking a little bit new, some areas looking old, especially right there at the is that I'm gonna say the B. So normally, A, B in terms of long jump, triple jump area, the running track for the triple jump heading towards the finish line or long jump, you would realize that that area of carpet also was replaced right at the 100-meter start, at the 110, right in terms of the 400 meters, somewhere along the 1500 meters. So there was a lot of patchwork happening, and with a big event like Grand Slam coming to Jamaica. For those of you who don't know, Grand Slam is a meet that is organized by Michael Johnson. That's coming to Jamaica. They're like, well, we'll have to do some sort of work. There was some bidding process that took place, and this company was like, oh, we can get it ready in 3 weeks. The problem is March is a very rainy season in Jamaica, and so the track needs the because they have to lift up everything to do the underground work. The drainage system needs to be looked at as well because there were some areas that would flood when it rained, etc., etc., and so many things to be taken into consideration. They said, okay, they would have started the work right after Gibson release. Based on our knowledge, the work would have started just yesterday at the stadium. So already they're like 1 week behind, and everybody's like, is the track gonna be ready? Is it gonna be ready? We don't know how will this affect now in terms of Cavalier and their Inter Miami, and yeah, and it's just been coming. But we have been assured by Minister Grange that the track will be ready, that the work, the remedial work, or the work to be done on the pitch as it relates to playing surface, that will not be affected by the work done on the track, and that those areas also will be fixed in terms of, so that when, because I do believe they are due an inspection from CONCACAF next week, and also Inter Miami, they will be coming down next week to look at the playing surface. So again, it's another wait and see. Yeah, I don't know if this is the best time to be resurfacing the track, but I guess it has to be done. Persons are saying, will this delay Champs? The truth is that I know there are reports from Keith Wellington, ISA president, to say that they don't really have a plan B, so it has to work out. However, they do have time because Champs is slated for the last week in March, right? And then the week after that is Grand Slam. They do have the week after that if they want, because it's not until the third week that it's going to be Carifta Games, which sometimes Champs is only 1 week before Carifta Games. So that is not anything that the athlete is not used to. So that it could be an option to push back the boys and girls Champs until April. I know what that will mean for the persons traveling, because it means that change of tickets and rebooking a hotel, and just all those persons who normally travel for the boys and girls championships, they will be greatly inconvenienced at that time. So we are really, really hoping that come March 22nd, come March 13, that the track and the field will be ready for both Cavalier and Inter Miami to play on March 13, and for the boys and girls championships to take place. Yeah. So that's just one of the things. I mean, we can't really. It's already happening. So everybody that I don't. I'm saying, the points are valid, but at this point we cannot do anything about it. So can't really kill up ourselves at this point. And if I'm saying that, y'all know it's serious. All right, so back to what I was in terms of the character games now. I want to go back to some results from the 100 meters yesterday. If this thing will allow. Okay. No, it's not gonna allow. Right. So yesterday we had the 100-meter finals. I know the under 20 section was won by Gary Card of Wolmer's. Looked very, very impressive. Gary Card looked very, 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 very good. Gary Card is at Wolmer's, but we do know that there's a relationship between Wolmer's and MVP, and so he's actually training at MVP, looking as if he's gonna be, ready for bigger things. He really looks taller to me, actually, and a little bit bulkier. So I'm hoping that maybe he will, in a 3 to 4 weeks. I'm hoping that when I see him at Champs, he will be what I would say. I don't want to say smaller, but I'm sure he's gonna shed some of that weight that he has on. In the under 17 section, that was won by Adora Campbell of St. Jago, and second was Cheyenne Smith of St. Mary. Of course, it's first and second that automatically qualifies for the team, and then the third and fourth, they decide who goes in terms of the relays, because they do have to do 4x1 and 4x4s at the Carifta Games. All right, the boys under 17 section was won by Jaden Collins of Homo Technical. Second was Michael Graham of Excelsior. The under 20 section was won by Sabrina Dockery, 11.30 of Lacovia High. Second was Shania Douglas of Mushet High School. And as I said, the under 20 section was won by Gary Card, 10.21, very easy 10.21 if you ask me. Shaquin Gordon of Calabar was second in 10.36. Of course, later today, I do believe the 400 meters finals will be on for under 20, on under 17 and under 20, because that's the categories for Carifta Games. So everything will be under 17, under 20, boys, girls, right? So yeah, that's the Carifta trials. Right, keep on saying Carifta Games. Carifta trials update. We're gonna go for our second break right here on Sports Talk. When we come back, remember I told you that I had some special things to talk about. Well, the first special thing will come after the break. We're going to be talking about some polo. We'll be right back. That's okay. Oh no. Hi. Oh, so handsome.
Media baby.
No, clearly. You can come over here, buddy.
Yeah, tell him not to be nervous.
Listen,
First on photo.
listen. First of all,
Exactly.
this is going to be a very interesting interview because I don't know nothing about polo.
See that?
So,
What are the questions?
no, we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk. We're just gonna. You don't have to worry about it. I don't bite. I promise.
And I mean, obviously he's Jamaican. Obviously, he's also.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you anything. I don't know what to tell
Him going to
like his start, his interest,
yeah, yeah.
so like 85%.
Which is crazy because last when I was on TikTok last week I actually saw Risha who is affect. She was like, oh, she's been because
Yes, so he's like, I've been trying to get her to come to the tournament.
so
Oh, Brianna?
yeah.
Oh,
So
she's coming.
Oh yeah, because I was like, it was so interesting that when we spoke, like
And then you start to pull up stuff.
no, like because she's like, oh, I'm gonna try to pull up.
I know.
I've only been to Kingston Polo once, and it was to work at a party. I know, and
That's
I'm
what
like,
came out.
first of all,
Jamaicans playing for you.
right?
Polo represents in the UK as a Jamaican.
Yeah, and I'm like, what do you mean? What have a pole? Like, who? I'm like, on the rock?
People now coming to Jamaica if tour has his way. Come to Jamaica to play polo. It's like sports tourism.
That's crazy.
I know. How did he even get into it? Did he grow up with artists? The vibes.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm just like, I'm.
Get ready to shine a light on the brightest stars of gospel music.
That's all. You're gonna do that. Like it's gonna be just like that. It's not gonna get all formal and stuffy.
Oh, this is how I am all the time.
Yeah, so you saw Brianna, right?
No, well, I saw her. So I saw the TikTok, right? And I was like, this is
Oh,
so,
yeah.
it's so interesting. And I'm like, because she was saying, because she did the other type of
So the question,
right. So she's
Show
like,
jumper.
right. So she's like, as a show jumper, it was a little difficult for her
The
to stand her
gates.
because it was hand-eye coordination. And I'm like, I wonder how many persons in terms of in Jamaica could be introduced to polo because there's so many athletes
Yeah.
that polo could be a good thing for them because they already have the hand-eye coordination
They
or they
already
would
have the athleticism.
exactly. So I'm like,
So the development of the
Yeah,
sport.
because guess what? I brought Brianna Mallet from London.
oh,
That's why she tagged me. Yeah.
You see that?
I
Yeah,
see.
that's now.
anyways. It's gonna be very interesting.
So what do I do?
No, this should be good enough. If you, when you talk, because I mean, it's not the mic is gonna pick you up, so you don't have to.
Every first and third Saturday evening at
Baby, you're going to stay quiet. You're a media baby.
Yeah, yes. What you?
Too charming for his age already.
This is a special announcement from Love 101 and Love Television. Our general offices will be closed to the public on Ash Wednesday, March
Even
9,
though
and will
make him
be
plans to
open
come to work on Ash Wednesday. I'm the working up
6:30 a.m.
because why am I?
Programs and commercials for Wednesday, March 5 and Thursday, March 6 should be submitted by 1 p.m. on Tuesday, March 4, and obituaries and notices by 1:30 p.m. on the same
Kathya,
day for any
your video
short
on
scheduling for
YouTube?
broadcast.
Yeah.
Video on YouTube when you come back live?
Yeah, there is, and I can
At
actually, I think I can take out. I should be able to
Keep it
extract.
out. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
What's your first name?
So the second tour, man.
No, you do the rest.
Ah,
Who is the first
yeah,
name?
yeah. I want to
And you're the second person I know with that name. You know, there's a track and field. Former, he's the one.
So you're
Immigration.
random, she calls you Tori?
They call me second if you want. Or second tour. Whichever. Whichever easier for you. Because I know the second, the immigration guy. I never met him personally, but I see him thing on Instagram.
Yeah. We're gonna come back. If I could only find there. All right, welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. And of course, as I told you, we're gonna be talking about something I don't think has ever been spoken about on this show. So to those who were, anyways, you know what, I'm up with excitement. We have with us Sekou Tori McDonald. He is the captain. You are right.
Owner.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking and he's gonna talk. But I'm just trying to, yeah.
Mhm.
Captain and owner.
So owner.
You're the owner of the Jamaica
No,
Polo.
no, no, no. So I'm the owner of a polo team, which is the UK's first Jamaican polo team in the United Kingdom.
Owner of the Jamaica first polo team
In the United
in
Kingdom.
the United Kingdom.
Yes.
No, so hold on. You said United Kingdom?
Mm.
So where your accent there?
Me stay true. Sometimes we come and sometimes we go. Stay true to, to Jamaica. Edit.
Right. So
Mm.
Sekou, tell me now, polo. That's
Mm.
not a regular sport in the you don't like. First of all, when I think polo, I think uptown, rich, because when I see polo happening, it's bare white people.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how did you get started in
Okay.
in polo?
So it was kind of a tragic story, to be honest. I lost my father in 2018
Uh-huh.
and came to the funeral here in Jamaica. Then went back to London. Went through a bit of depression and stuff. And
Mhm.
one day my friend she was like, "Look, man, you need to come out of the house and I'm gonna bring you go somewhere." So I was like, "All right, cool." So her friend husband um was, I think at the time, was buying a horse or something. So I went and then I met a guy from Argentina and he was like, "Oh, do you play polo?" I said no. And he was like, "You wanna have a go?" And I was like, I don't know, maybe. All right, cool, why not? So I did, and I enjoyed it, and then booked in for another lesson, and I find I really, love riding horses and being around horses, and that was it. It was history.
So you didn't have any horse riding experience before
Me
that?
no know, me never know nothing about horse.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But from tragedy comes this
Mm,
wonderful thing of
yeah.
you owning
Mm.
like that's and 2018 to 2025. I mean, that's not a long time.
Well,
So
I actually started up the team in around, well, I actually started playing polo in about 2022, I think, properly. So I was going through the process of, losing dad for a while and stuff like that. So I started up playing in around 2021, 2022, I think. And then I just fell in love with it, because riding, listen, most people might thinking like, yo, I ain't gonna get on a horse, but trust me, that's one thing for me that makes me feel free. You understand? Riding, I love it.
wow,
Yeah.
it's interesting. So it's you started doing it in officially in 2022.
Yeah.
And then when did the vision come to you know for you to establish this team in
Mhm.
England?
So basically, in England, I only met one other Jamaican guy at the time,
Right.
and he lived all the way in a place called Cheshire. And shout out to Dan Gibbs, big him up. And anyway, and everybody that I met from Argentina, from England, you know, fellow Nigerians, Ghanaian, them see me and them like, "Oh, so where in Nigeria from?" Before talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "I'm not from Nigeria, I'm from Jamaica." And he's like, "Oh, so them play polo Jamaica?" I said, "Yeah." Like, Jamaica actually have one of the oldest clubs in the world, St. Anne. And so many people keep on thinking I'm Nigerian or Ghanaian. I'm just say, you know what? Let's start a multi year one because yeah. So I rang my friend in Argentina. I said, look, I need to start up a team. So let's get this cracking. So I designed the shirts myself with a design. And yeah, everything was history.
In you're sitting here and I'm so drawn by everything that you're saying because friend I didn't even know that Jamaica has the oldest polo club, so I'm just like getting all this information.
Mm,
But in terms of this journey now, right,
mhm,
because it's now 3 years,
mhm.
I was checking out some of the things that Angelique sent me and I was like, wow, it was so interesting to me.
Wow.
Like I went through it and then I went on
Mm,
the Instagram because it literally just pulls me in. But
mm.
how it is, do you plan like to do the, I guess, reintroduction in terms of, I don't know, is it like something you're planning to do in schools, or this is just like for like older people? I don't want to say older people.
Yeah, for, I have a big vision. But obviously with the vision, it comes with also help from others,
Right.
and to make everything work. And look, I'm not from money. I just made that clear. I'm born and grew up Jamaica up in the countryside, place called Pine Hill, St. Catherine.
Right,
And,
because you sound nothing like you.
yeah. So we're not uptown or anything like that. But obviously, in life changes, and you go out there and you work and you achieve certain things, and it's possible. So for me to obviously get like schools and other young kids, and that would be the dream. But
Right.
obviously on my own I can't do it. I
Right.
need the backing from people, the support and stuff like that. But yeah, it's something definitely, because polo is a beautiful sport and it needs to be shared with the rest of the world. You understand? Because it's one of the greatest. I love it, and like I said, I wasn't born into it. It's for me, it's my happy place.
Right. And what's the biggest thing you'd say? If somebody's listening now and they'll be like, yeah, that's something I'd be interested in. What would be the first thing you'd say? This is what you would need to start.
Well, first thing you need to start is have the confidence, and the determination. And don't say, well, listen, I'm gonna try something. I'll try something different. It may not work out the first week or the first lesson, but you just keep cracking on. You understand? If you really like it, then yeah,
Right.
let's carry on.
Okay. And then, so you do have a tournament coming up next weekend.
Yeah,
Tell me about that tournament now.
kind of keep on there. So we'll play next week at Kingston. It's nothing like crazy. I got some friends coming in from US and England.
It's nothing crazy, but you
no,
have some friends coming in from US and
yeah.
I don't know that sentence that fix it. No, because I mean,
it's nothing like major big or anything. So,
but we have people coming from US and England, but it's not big.
yeah,
Tell us.
it's just it's my first time really playing the team here, and meeting everyone, and who also plays in Jamaica, and we that's why have some fun with my friend them, and obviously in the future try to bring more players to Jamaica,
Right.
from Europe, from Ghana, Nigeria,
Right.
places like that. Yeah.
So it's next week, Sunday,
Yeah.
11 a.m. at the Kingston Polo Club,
Yeah.
which is at K Manors.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You supposed to get that. Me just said. Well, I did.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it, and I will definitely be there next week, Sunday. I don't know. I'm gonna have to skip parts of church, but I'm definitely coming next week Sunday because I'm definitely interested in this one. I've seen it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna promise you that I'm gonna play, but as a girl who loves sports, I love to see new sports, and at some time maybe try to. We'll see. You and I will talk off the air to see if you'll get me to play. But I want to thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And I want to wish
Thank
you
you.
all the best on this polo journey. And I'm
Thank you.
hoping that not only will we have male, but we'll also get a female team as well.
Yeah.
Because
Because there's a lot of female players, and you have some amazing female players in Jamaica too. You know, one of the best female like back in the day. Her name's Leslie. She runs Senton Polo Club. She still plays. Yeah,
nice.
I have a lot of amazing people that play polo in Jamaica. So yeah. Man.
All right. So if you are interested in finding out about polo like me, then the Kingston Polo Club next week, Sunday at 11 a.m. is the place to be, and I'll be there. So you should too. Thank you so much, Sekou, for passing through.
Right, yeah.
And of course, I'm looking forward to much more from you.
Yeah, man.
And we'll be talking some more. All right, we're gonna go for our final break right here on Sports Talk. We'll be right back. Thank you so much.
That was nerve-wracking.
This was so chill.
No, I'm good now.
Make sure I get a good shot.
Yeah.
Stand up right by the side. Jesus, yeah, help me. Awesome.
Yeah, so I can pull up.
I am. I am. I actually just made plans at church yesterday. I was like, guys, I have something next week Sunday, so y'all figure out what you're gonna do after
That's
10:30.
Yeah.
After I lead worship, I'm like, I'm out of here.
I'm going to early. That's it. I'm going early service. After early service,
I'm just
take my old little set, my old fancy time, and go on down to Caymanas.
yeah.
But why you know? Is it that I don't think a lot of persons are going to get up on a Sunday and go to a polo match, but we want to still have people come.
Yeah, me know, but the problem is, yeah, you know, like,
No, my show is not done. You want to sit? I'm going to finish at 1 o'clock, so just give me until then, so we can.
yeah.
2 o'clock. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
You can sit down here, so you
Yeah,
want
man. No, man. You can sit there. I have another. I should have another interview, but why? I don't see the person online.
Welcome to Center Stage, the ultimate destination for exclusive interviews and inspiring stories from the gospel music industry, from legendary gospel artists to rising stars, from producers to industry experts. We're bringing you an inside scoop of the people who make gospel music happen. Join us on Center Stage as we delve into the hearts and minds of gospel music's finest. Discover their passions, challenges, and triumphs, and get ready to be inspired.
Hey, Ricardo. Why I'm not seeing what he's on online?
This is Pastor Junior Tucker. Join me inside the stage with Nigel Wilkinson on Saturday, March 1st at 10 p.m. on
Ricardo?
the station Love 101.
Can you hear me? Hi, Ricardo. Yeah, Kathya here. I'm not seeing. I am not seeing. You didn't get the link from Marcel? Mighty God. I sent him the link this morning. Alright, I'm sending it to you now. Yeah, I just sent it to you. And I have that. Alright, cool.
On Tuesday, March 4th, and obituaries and notices by 30 p.m. on the same day to ensure scheduling for broadcast. Love 101 and Love TV wish for you and yours peaceful, prayerful, and productive Ash Wednesday. In Jamaica, your rights are protected by our Constitution. From the right to education to freedom of expression, every citizen deserves respect and dignity. But remember, with rights come responsibilities. Let's create and respect each other and stand against injustice. Together, we can make Jamaica a better place for ourselves and future generations. Know your rights. Embrace your responsibilities. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
Alright, going back on. All right, welcome back to Sports Talk right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. All right, joining us shortly, we should be speaking with Devon McDonald, and he is a former professional American player. He was a linebacker for 3 seasons for the Indianapolis Colts and for one division for the Arizona Cardinals, and he should be speaking to us as it relates to introduction of NFL in Jamaica, or introducing it to high school students. We're hoping to hear from him. But if we don't, guys, of course, I'm not short of sports to talk about. But let's see if we can get him on the line. All right. So while we wait on him, somebody asked me a while ago, where is Kingston Polo Club? So Kingston Polo Club is at Caymanas. So if you know, I know you guys are thinking Caymanas Golf Club, but it's not so far. Kingston Polo Club is just before you get to the actual residence of Caymanas. So after, when you come, there's a bridge that comes on top of the toll and it goes beyond there. When you come on that stretch of road, Kingston Polo Club is the first left. So you'll see like an area of shrubs. It you see, and then you're gonna see the sign that says "Welcome to Kingston Polo Club." So it's right there for those who are asking, and it's at 11 a.m. next week for the tournament. All right, so online, right? Let me see, is this the one working? Right. So that's it, and of course, you can follow them at ST Polo, right? You can follow them at ST Polo. So right. So joining us now, as I said before, is gonna be Devon McDonald. Devon, good
Yes.
afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Very good.
I was gonna say, who were you supporting the other day in the NFL? Was it the Eagles or was it the Chiefs?
Come on, man. Eagles all the way. Fly like a bird, you know?
Okay. It was
Multiple
nice
wings
having
like
you,
eagles.
Devon. Thanks for coming to my show. It was nice having you, but I joke. I'm just a Chiefs fan. I'm so sorry. All right,
Hey.
Devon, you are a former professional American footballer who played for in the Indianapolis Colts and for the
Mhm.
Arizona Cardinals. But you are looking to introduce NFL in Jamaica schools?
Well, it's not so much introduction. It's already there, I mean, right there in Kingston, you have Jaffa, Jamaican American Flag Football Association.
Right. I
And
was about to ask you about that. You are involved with that as well?
no, but I know the guy. People that Raja Salman is the guy that helped to lead it and thing. So yeah, I mean it's a great organization that they do the flag football right there in Spanish Town area.
Right. I
Yeah.
know because I mean I do have a few. Well, I have a friend that I know is involved in flag football. So, but what's the difference? I think persons now would ask, what's the difference between flag football and the NFL?
Well, the difference is the equipment, right? So in the NFL, you have the helmet, you have the pads and everything. So it's a physical game. When you tackle, you bring them to the ground. I mean, that's the name of the game. And so then in flag football, it's no tackling, it's a flag. So once you pull the flag, the play done. The play has ended. So it's a safer game. But it just gives ability to create. And I think with flag football, you can be even more creative
Right.
because now you have to do more moves and be more, more inventive and all them things. So it's a great opportunity, to get the youth them active.
All right. So talk to me now through this vision now of the introduction now of more than the flag football, but the actual American football in the schools. Talk to me about the vision for
Yeah.
that.
So like I said, so it's already there just because I believe the future of American football eventually is going to go to flag football because with the concussion and all the injuries and things that come from the physicality of the game. Um, the physicality of the game. Because right now the All Star game is the Pro Bowl, right? Yeah. So
Right.
it's a flag football game now. So y- so it's you look at it. Say one day it could be that the game itself is a flag football game because the more injuries, the boy Demar Hamlin, when he got hurt the other day, almost he died on the field. When he got hit a few years ago, and and
Right,
then
right,
and,
right,
and
right.
he was brought back to life basically. And thank God now he's starting for the Buffalo Bills. He did this past year and did good. So eventually, so the that's the major difference. I mean, so but tackle football is in Jamaica. Yeah, so
Right,
so
right, right.
my fact, the week after, a couple of weeks later, after our engagement on the third, because we're going to go to the fourth and the fifth at Jose Marte High School. When we come, I'm gonna come back down there again, and I'm working along with another group. They're doing actual tackle football. So they might do the tackle, the NFL college football type tackling that put people to the ground and things like that. So so definitely going on in Jamaica.
Right. And of course, so the tournament or the camp, is it a camp or is it a tournament?
Well, I like to call it the experience because
Right.
camp mean overnight, and we're not keeping nobody overnight. So we call it the football experience. So what we're looking to do, what we have done the last 2 years, right there in Spanish Town at Jose Marte High School, right? So and we do it Friday and we do it Saturday. So we actually,
Okay.
so after school on Friday, and then in the morning, Saturday morning, and we just set them to exercise and we test them. We test them in the foot. Matter of fact, I just came back from the American, what's it called, the combine. So college athletes now who are auditioned for the NFL. Right now, they're
Right.
downtown my city of Indianapolis right now. I just came back from it where they are auditioning for the NFL. Well, some of those drills and some of those test um, components, we do that to the youth. You know what I'm saying? With the high jump, the vertical jump, the broad jump,
Right.
the 40-yard dash, the 10-yard dash. So we test them and we let them know, say, you know what? I mean, based upon where you are right now, I mean, if one day you got America, you might want to give football a shot because your speed is comparable to somebody now that eventually, if you get stronger and bigger and faster, but where you are right now is so it's like a good opportunity. And then for some of them know the game of football and some don't, and regardless, we just want to expose them to it and take if they have a knowledge of it to give them a deeper knowledge of it.
Right, right, right. Well, I'm so excited because th- giving, I always think, one of the things is always, encouraging persons to get an education, but to get
Hmm.
scholarships to go to the US through sports is a big thing. To getting also a higher education, not also, but you get introduced to a new sport, which is always such an interesting thing. And right now in Jamaica, the NFL is it's getting bigger.
It's a big,
Right now
yes.
everybody is interested in the Super Bowl and halftime show, but I'm sure if we have more athletes introduced to the NFL, and of course, that means we'll get bigger in terms of the interest in the sport. So I'm so happy for this venture. I would just want to wish you all the best, and of course, hoping that you'll get the support that
Well,
you need
okay,
to
so
bring it
I
to
don't want to leave without saying this, right? So
right,
I'm a Jamaican, but played in the NFL as you mentioned, right? So that's
right.
amazing. That's a miraculous thing. Well, today, one of the things we bring down there is we bring Jesus. We
Mm-hmm.
say, listen, you can reach your goals and all your dreams and things like that, but at the end of the day, relationship with Christ, because I reach a pinnacle. The NFL, let's say if you reach us, you're gonna have no problems. You're gonna be happy. And when I get to that place, I realize, man, I'm empty. And the fullness I have then and have now, and even more so now, is the knowledge of who Christ is, and they accept him into my life and have a growing relationship with him. So that's one of the things as we're communicating football, we're communicating life.
And that's just that really is the icing on the cake,
Yeah,
because
see that? I like
ultimately
that.
they will be left not only with a career, but when career is done,
You know
they'll
what I
have
say?
a goal, and they will have this, I guess, fullness of
Fullness.
being
See
a
that?
whole person. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
so
yes,
glad, so glad, Devon, for the work that you do, and we're looking forward to hearing
yes.
how this camp goes. And hopefully one day I'll be able to interview somebody who said, I was at that camp and I'm
Come,
now playing
come.
in the NFL.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right,
Love that.
thank
All
you,
right.
thank you so much,
Well,
thank you
thank
so
you.
much,
Yes, really
Devon.
appreciate you.
You're welcome. All
All
right.
right.
Have a
God
good
bless.
one.
All right.
All
Later.
right. Have a bye. All right. That's all the time we have here on Sports Talk. Kareem, I'm so sorry I stole some of your time. I'll give you back. Never. But thank you so much for tuning into Sports Talk today. Of course, we had a fantastic show. And of course, we do this every Saturday between the hours of 1 to 2 p.m. right here on the family station, Love 101 FM. This has been Sports Talk. Do enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon and your weekend. And of course, remember, Jamaica Women's Premier League begins today. You can follow them, JA Women's Premier League, on Instagram to see where the matches are. Have a great one. Bye.